Voters in Winhall headed to the polls at their town office on Tuesday, July 1st, to cast ballots for candidates who were running for the two newly created positions on the town's Selectboard. Earlier this year, voters in Winhall elected to expand the size of their Selectboard from 3 to 5 members, creating the need for a special election to fill those seats. When the ballots were counted, Town Clerk Elizabeth Grant won the race for a 2-year term on the Select Board, defeating Dean Giannotti Jr. by a 263 to 67 margin. In the race for the other Select Board seat, which will start as a 1-year position, political newcomer Stacey Eddy Gordon bested Jeff Yates, a member of the town's Planning Commission, garnering 234 votes to 76 cast for Yates. We had a chance to speak with all of the candidates during the election day to get their perspectives.
Well, I love working for my town and serving my town's people, and I was eventually going to start serving on the Select Board, so when this opportunity came up, I thought it was the perfect time for me to step up and join the board. I've been going to the meetings for 3 years, so I have a very good handle on what they're doing and the topics that are at hand right now. So that's why I decided to do it. And I've lived here all my life, Andrew. I love my town. I love my town's people. I've dedicated half of my life, probably more than that, to the town of Winhall. We are looking at revamping the firehouse somehow. It hasn't been done since 1970-ish, so it's got some issues. It's definitely not big enough now that our town has grown. So we need to look at that parcel of land and the building itself and see what our options are. And of course, be concerned financially on how much such a thing is going to cost us. But a volunteer fire department, they've done an amazing job all of these years for us, and we need to make sure they have what they need to take care of us. The other thing is the Stratton Access Road. Anybody that drives up it knows that it's in serious disrepair most of the time because the pavement just doesn't hold up with all the traffic.
Well, I decided after living my whole life here for 46 years that it was time for me to get involved in the community. I've raised my children, and it's time for me to move on to something else and hopefully, make it a town or keep it a town that my kids can grow old in, as I would like to.
And again, any major issues that are kind of top of mind for you?
Honestly, I had just barely started coming to the meetings when I decided to do this. I am learning what is happening in the town, and I'm just trying to figure it all out. I think that's the most honest answer, and I just deal with it as it comes.
I think we need an expanded board, which we now have from 3 to 5, which was an uphill battle to get. But I'm for this community. I've been a part of this community. I've been coming here since 1972. I've now lived here for over 5 years. I'm on the Planning Commission. I go to regular Select Board meetings, and I feel I really see where they could do better. I like all the people who are on the Select Board, but I think the experience I can bring could really be an addition. I've been on 6 boards previously, and that kind of experience is not something that comes lightly. You really have to serve your community and serve your constituents, which I'd like to do for this town because I believe in the town. I believe our taxes are a little high in this town, and I'd like to keep them from getting any higher than they already are, which is the main reason that I'm running, is to try to keep those taxes low.
I haven't been to every single select board meeting, but as a school board member, I've been to quite a few because there's often a lot of overlap in terms of issues. And it's a small town, so there's always a reason to show up for something at some point. And I've always felt like the 3-person board had a lot of plates that they had to keep spinning at the same time. It was a lot to juggle for 3 people. So since town meeting day, I've been to every select board meeting but one. And that was really inspired by something Scott Bushy said, which is, everyone has a lot of opinions today about expanding the select board, but I don't see all of you guys at select board meetings all the time. So maybe you should start showing up. And I took that to heart. So I've been to all the meetings. There are a couple things that are going on right now. Number one, short-term rentals. The board has been involved in getting a short-term rental website set up. There were some issues getting a contract executed, but as far as I know, that was accomplished at the last meeting. So there's a really short window where people have to get their paperwork in order to get registered on that short-term rental website. They've just hired a short-term rental coordinator. So that's something that's moving pretty quickly right now and requires a lot of attention. There's also the issue of building the new municipal building for the fire and police. That's a big issue because it's going to be expensive. It's going to be a lot of burden on the tax base. Even the very conservative estimates are, probably going to put it at $6 or $8 or $10 million, depending on what we're looking at. So
The process of expanding the Select Board had involved a special town meeting on May 3rd, which turned back by a narrow 4-vote margin, an attempt to rescind the decision made at the March town meeting to retain their traditional 3-member board. For the GNAT-TV News Project, I'm Andrew McKeever.